Is Janet Levine going to be first today? I'm wondering. Will I see the heart of Janet Levine today? I'm just wondering. Will it be Janet who will give me the heart today? Is it Janet? Let's see who's going to be number one. Who's the first person? Who's going to win today to be the first person to get on this live? Let's see who it will be. And the winner is the first person. The first person to comment is Alma. Hey, Alma. Hey, Vornice from Washington. Good to see you, Brother Trey. Good to see the amazing Ann Allen Westbrook. Janet Levine, I did see your heart. Carmen Sita, good to see you. Helen Bright is on. Iron Bull is on. Good evening. Angela Benton, thank you for joining us. Alicia, good to see you. Hello. Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker, Debbie Williams Walker. Lydia, good to see you. Hello. Jean Coleman is on with us. Hello, good to see you. Blessings to you, Helen. Gloria, good evening to you. Alma, you were the first on today. I got to figure out a gift for the first person that gets on. Hearts to you, Kamasita. E. Joyce Paris is with us every single week, I think. Good to see you. To Kia, good to see you as well. Kells is on. Wow, that's really something when we have Kells to join us and her busy schedule as well. Let's see. Sandra is on, and Lenora, thank y'all for joining us. Joya is on, which means that Richard is to her left or to her right. But good to see you, Charles Brown. Thank you for joining us, sir. Pleasure. And Julia is on as well. So thank you. Toinette is on. Hello. Thank you, Dana. Happy Friday to you. Alan Wright, thank you so much. And January, I don't know what she won, but I'm going to figure out something nice for the first person that comes on who comments. It has to be a person that gets on the comments first. Sarita is on with us. Good to see you, Sarita. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Jim, thank you for joining us, Jim. We're glad that you're here. Sing out love to Jim. Yolanda is on with us. Good evening. Gerald Wise, thank you for joining us. The Dinkins are in the house. Linda Kelly is on. Good to see you as well. Iron Bull, his retirement. I thought you were retiring January 28th, but good to see you. Glad that it went well. B. Michelle is on with us. Hello. Vanessa says hello. Diana, good to see you. Lakeisha, thank you for joining us, Lakeisha. And amazing Terry Mobley is here on time, y'all. She had been slipping for quite some time, but she's on only because I was late. So, that's on me. So, Ophelia is on with us. Hello, Barbara. Dolores, thank you. I love you too. Wanda, good to see you as well. And Helen, yeah, I'm out of town. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me see. Wait. Lamore, good to see you. Lynn, good evening to you. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Lita, good to see you, Lita. Doing well. Hey, my Brit Brat, good to see you, Brittany Odom. Much love to you, and hope you're doing well. Check in on your guys sometime. Let me know how you're doing. Good evening, Natalia. I'm hoping you're following through, and you let me know how that goes, okay? Helen Bright is on as well. Juanita Johnson has joined us. Good to see you, Juanita. Thank you for joining us. And Iron Bull, you did retire, but you're still going to do West Wrestling. Okay. Rayella, hello. Good to see you. And we are looking forward to having you come into Savannah for Mother's Day. It's a beautiful place to be. So thank you so much. We appreciate that. Camila, good evening to you. Good to see you as well. Andre, good evening. And thank you so much as well. Monica, just I don't know which coast you're on, Monica, or where you're being smitten right now. So I mean, are you West Coast Monica or are you East Coast Monica? We just need to know. Hey, Tanja, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much. And oh wow, I got Brittany says she loves me. Okay, and Ned, thank you. Hello, wow, Your Honor has checked in. Good to see you. Kim, thank you for joining us. Lakista, hello as well. Gloria, hello. Helen is going Tara Strong. Carol, good to see you. Aunt Ali is on. Thank you so much. Hey, Larry Browder snuck in. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. January, a bunch of topics. We'll get to those in a minute. Cheryl, good to see you. Lydia, hello. Brenda Ponda says hello. Uh, and so it is so good to see all of you. Thank you all so much. I have to tell you where I'm at and what I'm doing. So, but yeah, if any of y'all can guess where I'm at, if you might get a prize if you could figure out where I'm at. I mean, I'm not totally happy about it, um, but I'll tell you about it in a minute. So, um, good to see. Let me see who else is on here. Um, all right, good to see Betty Jackson on it with us. Brenda, thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us, Brenda, on my other live. I saw you were on. Good to see Laura Renee, all the way from Pennsylvania. We're actually in the same state. And this code is absolutely disrespectful, Laura. You need to talk to your code. Good to see Molly on as well. Mardell is on. Hey, Joyce Overton, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Sandra Smith, it was good seeing you as well. Thank you. Um, Julia, Mama Marsha is on. So I got Mama Marsha and I got Molly on. So I got the two Liebermans and two Dinkins on with us this evening, or three Dinkins on. And Laura, I'm a little bit upset about that. Bandaland, good to see you. And Laura is right. Tacenta, yes. Andre, yes. Jorsette is on. We like, good to see you, Jorsette. But we waiting for Miss Charlotte, okay? I mean, we like you, but we really like, we were like that. So, January, yes. I'm in a hotel. And Trey, yes. And Betty, yes. Um, Veronica Brinson is passing through Savannah. It didn't bother to tell us. So I'm wondering how I feel about that right now. Um, Wanda is on as well. Julia is right. Dana is right. Bernice, hey, good to see Bernice Lohman of Lohman Creative Services. You ever need stuff done in a better way than you're doing it now, you check out Bernice. And good to see Pinky on. And very, very happy birthday to her mom. Saying out love to her. So I know she's not on Facebook, so I'm going to give you love for her. So I know I missed the dinner the other night, so, cover for me, Pinky, all right? Lanice, good to see you. George said, I'm not even answering that. And yes, it is freezing. Good to see Councilwoman Tina Dade Broughton, all the way from sunny Pensacola, Florida. Good to have you with us. Catherine, good to see you as well. Margie, hello. Shirley Spears, good to see you. Also, the Honorable Kendra Roll from Brunswick, Georgia, City Commissioner. Good to see her on. Mo, my Momo is on. Good to see Maureen Walker. Thank you so much for joining us as well. Snowy, hello. Hello, hello. Sarita says hello to Carver State Bank. I guess. Okay. And Kendra's headed to Savannah. Good to see you, Tanya, as well. Oh, Sarita, it's her birthday. Okay. Cynthia, hello. Lily Reddick, thank you for joining us. Well, if I'm cold, then Bunny Ware is very cold. Bunny is in Vermont. So hello, good. Thank you for joining us. Nicole, hey. Joyce, hello. Good to see you all. And so, yes, it's Friday. And you all know if it's Friday anywhere in the world, good to see Miranda. Good to see you anywhere we are. Hey, it's the former City Council President of Wilmington, Delaware, the great community leader, Councilwoman, Council President Hanifa Shabazz. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And this weather is disrespectful up here in the Northeast. So glad that you're here. And yes, as much as I hate it, being as Brooklyn as I can be at times, being a Yankees fan and a Knicks fan and a Giants fan, and I'm in this room that says Phillies and Philadelphia and Eagles and all that kind of stuff, you know, that's so disrespectful. So the cold is disrespectful, and then the hotel is disrespectful by making me sleep under all this stuff. And I didn't really sleep all that well because all this Philly stuff going on. You think I'm going to sit down here and be going for the Eagles after how they did our Giants? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Sorry, not doing it. So it's rough. But I'll tell you why I'm here. But of course, you know, we do on Fridays, we like the page. We want you to like the page. We want you to like the page. We want you to like the page. Then we want you to share the video, right? That's what we do. We're not jealous with our love. We don't do that, of course. And then, of course, we send love to our girl Tara, and we do it the way we do it. We send out Tara Strong 3 green apple hearts, and then a red heart. That is the Friday Night Live. That's how we show love to our girl Tara. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, and I know all these Philly people coming out of here, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 150 of Friday Night Live. Yes, 150 straight weeks we have been doing Friday Night Live. 1,051 days, 2 years, 10 months, 15 days. We've been doing Friday Night Live. 34 months, 15 days. We have been doing Friday Night Live. 150 weeks straight. No matter where I was, no matter where you were, no matter what I was doing, no matter what you were doing, this is something to celebrate, celebrating us, celebrating our love, the greatest situationship, the greatest situation, relationship, whatever it is, we're all in here together. Thank you all so much. And I am blessed and honored to be able to share all of this with you. And so right now I see some of this going on. Cheryl got me right. She said Giants and Bills. Thank you very much. And let's see what else we got. And David, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Crystal Creations is on. Yes, 150, $1.50, as we used to call it when I was growing up. Good to see Judy Nixon Johnson has joined us. And Robin McDaniel Beck, who I'm sure is headed to the Super Bowl. She is the ultimate Kansas City Chief fan. So if she was in this room, she'd probably just like melt and disappear. Robin, they got me in this room in Philadelphia with all this stuff around here. Philadelphia, Phillies, you know, Eagles and stuff. I can't take it. And so I was going to change rooms, but all the rooms are like that. So, you know, I just got to let them have it. Gail, hey Gail, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Hey, Barbara Kaufman is on with us. Good to see you. But 150 straight weeks we have been doing this thing together, and I thank you all for it. I thank you because we did this together. We did it together. Lakeisha, I will address that in a minute. Remind me, okay? Kathy's on with us. Helen, I'm still working on it. Sabrina is on with us. And Betty, you're right. Today is Wear Red for heart health. And I hope that you all did that. Adrian Martin, good to see you. I had an opportunity to go down to Jacksonville last weekend. It was a Sunday for a great event at the Florida Theater. It was the Best Boss Awards. And so I was a speaker for that event. So thank you, Ms. Adrian, for the excellence and the hospitality for which you carried out that program. I was glad to be there with all those good folks from Duval. Hey, good to see you, Dr. Patricia West. Um, I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad to see you this week. Um, thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you. I'll get to your question. Um, and let's see. Oh, Young Jock Show. I'll tell you what happened. Um, and good to see Zane Beyond Words on with us. So let's get to it. So first reason, so I'm in Philadelphia. I'm here for a convention. Hey, Janie. Hey, good to see Karen Austin on with us as well. Um, I'm here for a meeting. I just not too long ago had a meeting. Hey, at least with President Biden, well, an event with President Biden and Vice President Harris here in Philadelphia. Um, Mark, I'm gonna leave that alone. And so, um, Laurie, and I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. But anyway, I was here with the president and the vice president together. Hey, good to see Miss Sadie Campbell on. I'm gonna give Sadie Campbell love just because she's Sadie Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, and so we went to the event, and then we went to go eat. And I told I mean, I was with some good folks. I said, I got to go. I was like, look, do you know what tonight is? It's Friday Night Live. I had to go, and so they're still there eating. But I mean, I'm walking like down the street, and it's like 12 degrees outside, and the wind is blowing and whipping. But I had to get to you. I had to get to you. I said, I don't care how I get there. I just got to get here if I can. And so I walked across the street and almost got hit by a car, and the wind was just blowing and whipping. My hat was flying off my head. I'm getting frostbite in my face, but I had to get there because it was Friday night. I had to get to you all. I just had to do it. And so, you know, president is one thing, vice president is something else, value friends is something else. But when it comes to Friday night, I got some people that I had to get to you. I just had to get to you. I had to get to you. I had to get to you. So that's what I did. So um, that's what I was doing. So I'm here, running a little bit late, but thank you all so much. Always a pleasure to be with you. And I told you wherever I'm at, you know, you're going to be also. So we'll have some of that footage for you, for those of you who want to see it. Good to see Miss LaWanda Tillman on. Good to see Rashawn Williams on as well. And Ken, I knew Ken was going to say that. Yeah, they had it in Philadelphia, okay? All right. They had it in Philadelphia. I did not want to come here, okay? I just did not want to come. I did not want to come to have to live under this crap. I didn't want to do that, okay? Those crap is right there, all right? So I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So anyway, but I had to get to you all. Hey, Sean, happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday as well. And thank you. Bless you, Brenda, as well. Yeah, Betty, I was. Um, I'm a northern. Well, you know, after a while, I think your body just, you know, I think, you know, my bones, my blood done got thin now. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's cold. I mean, it's like really cold. I mean, I don't even think it's like a northern southern thing right now. It's just like cold. It's like bitter cold. Let me tell you how cold it is. Um, I mean, it's like cold. Um, I mean, this is not even like New York cold um, right now. I mean, it is cold, and I couldn't take it. Um, so, according to the people, uh, let me see, because you acting like I'm playing around. I'm not playing around. Um, what is the temperature? I'm gonna tell you what the temperature is right now. It is like cold. But anyway, while they figuring it all out. Oh wait a minute, I could do it right now. So, um, because y'all think I'm sitting here like playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. It is cold. So I'm gonna tell you right now what the temperature is, because this is in the middle of this whole cold snap thing that's going on around the Northeast. So since you done made me look, so the temperature, current temperature right now is 19 degrees. It's going down to 12 tonight, and it is a wind chill that makes it feel like 4 degrees right now. That's disrespectful cold, okay? Hey, Serena is on with us. No game tonight, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Hey, as well, thank you. No, George said I just ate the food and just got up out of here. So, yeah, it's different cold. Miss Betty wants a Philly stub. Hey, Shalita, good to see you as well. Debbie, you were not the first one with the answer. You were not the first one. All right, so, but anyway, it's cold. Hey, Jackie, good to see you all. Alma is on. Good to see you as well. And the bishop is on. Everybody stand. The bishop has entered the room. You know, Bishop got married again, and basically, I mean, just tore the roots out of Savannah. I mean, just had this awesome event. Now everybody gonna want to get their vows renewed. I mean, that was so inspiring and so beautiful for me, Bishop. I wanted to get married again myself, and I didn't get married the first time, but you made me want to get married again. I'm like, oh, I was feeling all, matrimonial, looking around. I'm like, this is beautiful. So, but anyway, good to see you, Joshua. Thank you for joining us as well. Let me see. Eva, good to see you. Carmen, Mardell's bone chilling cold. Yeah, this is true. Hey, Felicia, good to see you. Yes, Laura did win. So anyway, so let's talk about a couple of things. I realize I am running a little late today, so we'll do what we can. Okay, so yes, I was here here in Philadelphia, and the president and vice president were here. Had a chance to talk to both of them, and again, hey. It's about FaceTime. It's about, hey, y'all remember Savannah and some of the things we need in Savannah, some of the help we need in Savannah. So I was glad to have that opportunity to continue to make sure that those folks know where Savannah is, and that Savannah, we are a city that is playing on the big stage, and we want some of that big attention, and so. I felt good about the conversations I had with them. So, so thank you very much. I wanted to talk a little bit about housing today, and then we'll take the questions that you have. And the young lady asked a question about housing, well, January we help. I think we need help with policy. We need help with funding. I think we need help with policy to include comprehensive gun reform, protection of voting rights. I believe that we need funding assistance with the variety of infrastructure projects that we continue to have, and to be able to help provide relief for people who need it, particularly in cases in which states like Georgia have not extended or expanded the health care. Good to see you, Patty, as well. So, but let's talk about housing just a little bit, because we've had this issue, and Ann Allen Westbrook is on here, and so we're going to give her a break. She's brand new in this, but she has. Thank you, Miss Catherine. But Ann has really her heart in the right place, and this is an issue we've been dealing with for quite some time. And the short of it is this: Georgia is, and Linda could tell you, what's known as a strong property rights state. And so Georgia says we're not going to get involved in the private transactions between a willing seller and a willing buyer, as long as there's nothing illegal about the transaction. We're not going to get involved in that. So what does that mean? That means that if Bishop Jackie is selling me her house, she can sell me her house for as much as I'm willing to pay for it, provided the transaction is legal. Now, why is that important? That's important because that means that inadvertently, people are priced out of the market. Because if I have a house, good to see you, brother Reverend Dr. Jerome Baker. Good to see you, sir. But it basically means that because I can sell it for what I want to sell it for, then I'm selling it to the highest bidder. And the highest bidder is not always the person who lives in the property or is a person who can afford the property. Why is that important? Because on the other end of that, I might be renting from somebody. And right now, a landlord can charge as much as they want to for a property. And there is nothing the city of Savannah can do to stop it. So the young lady was just talking a little while ago about how the rent has been raised. And I mean, I've had a lot of people coming and they're talking to us about how their rent has been raised. So I mean, like $300, $400, $500. You know, you say, hey, you pay it or you leave, and they're saying it's not fair, and it's probably not fair. And you know, they're saying, what are you going to do about it? And the answer is, there's nothing the city of Savannah could do about it because state law does not allow us to be able to say that a landlord can't do it. And so that's why, you know, people like Ann Allen Westbrook and folks, you know, we have to try to get some help to help deal with that. Hey, we got Jim, who's here for the first time, so I'm giving Jim a like. Y'all go ahead and wish y'all welcome Jim to the family. It's his first time here, so we're glad that you're here, sir. Hey, Christiana, good to see you as well. Let's see. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you. And so, you know, I mean, I just want you all to make sure that we're very, very clear about what is going on here, because in the end, of course, I get blamed for it. But the truth of the matter is, there's nothing I could do for it. State law says, because, you know, I wanted to put in a law to say, hey, you have to, you know, you have to be able to raise it responsibly. But right now, you can raise it as much as you want to. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And that's the bad part about it, because, you know, when you raise it, although it's financial for you, the reality is that it's financial for you, but it's life or death, literally, for a family. I mean, imagine any of us, you know, that somebody turns around and says to you, your lease is over, we're raising your rent by $500, you pay it or you leave. I mean, you know, it is a very, very difficult. Hey, good to see you, Crystal. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Jacqueline. And so what we need is we need some state help to just say, you know, we recognize that you have an economic interest, and you should have an economic interest. But on the other end of it, that, you know, if you're going to rent, that, you know, you can't raise it just absurd amounts of money on a whim. Now, the other issue that people get into is that, well, you know, people selling property. Well, in Georgia, again, you know, people, when we talk about gentrification and we talk about all those things, the fact of the matter is, beloved, is that if nobody's selling, nobody could buy. And sometimes some of the same people who are complaining about gentrification are also the same ones who are selling to the highest bidder. And that's the truth. No, nothing can be bought. You have to have a willing seller and a willing buyer. And in this case, you don't have you have a willing seller and a willing buyer. So if we're not so willing to sell, then the willing buyers are not able to buy. And so that is the issue. So, hey, Sabrina, thank you for joining us. We'll give you some love as well. We appreciate you being here with us, Sabrina. And so let's welcome Sabrina also. So that's what the issue is. And so, I've asked, and this is a part of the city of Savannah's legislative priorities, that we're asking our state to say, hey, come up with a way that allows landlords to be able to make the money they need to make, but on the other end of it, not to price people out of homes. Because what's happening is it becomes economic forced displacement. And there's no remedy for that. And you really are pricing people out by them doing it. So let's figure out a way to do this in a way that's responsible. Let's do this in a way that's meaningful. Let's do this in a way that helps people stay within their homes. So that was the first issue I wanted to talk about. Second issue I wanted to talk about was we finally finished. We finally finished Waters Avenue, so I was very, very happy about that. This was 10 years, $6 million project. Someone was fussing last week about sidewalks. We got a mile of sidewalks on Waters Avenue. And for those of you from the east side, you can remember the vibrant community corridor that Waters Avenue was. We have brought Waters Avenue back. And so the goal is to be able to invest in the communities to help create a sense of community for those who live there, to create entrepreneurial opportunities for small businesses. And so we have done that. And so want to thank both Alderman Bill Durrance and now Alderman Deidre Leggett, who came on and really took this by the horns. And if you get a chance to look at Waters Avenue is really something special. And so, it reminds me, hey, Vanya, thank you, that, though the vision may tarry, it will come. And so we've been able to do this, and I'm excited about that and excited about what it means. So talk about Waters Avenue. Next thing I wanted to talk about was, and there's been a lot of talk about Yamacraw, and I'm going to give my 2 pieces on it, and I'm going to leave it at that, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I want to make sure that we're very, very clear about at least what the situation is. Why weren't the roads? Well, because it was funding, Alicia. This is $6 million of SPLOST over 10 years. So, it's nice to think about doing simultaneously. You have to be able to fund them simultaneously, and the funding was not done simultaneously. Good to see you, Pastor Charles Dumas. Good to see you, Asia. Thank you for joining us. Yamacraw is one of our oldest public housing areas in the city of Savannah. And so there's been a lot of questions about what it is, what it's not, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to just give some type of understanding about what Yamacraw is. And so Yamacraw was named for the Native Americans. If you remember, those of you that remember the story of the founding of Savannah and James Edward Oglethorpe coming over here, and remember he met a Native American by the name of Tomochichi. Well, Tomochichi founded the Yamacraws in like the 1700s, early 1700s, and you had the Yamasee Native Americans, and then you had the Lower Creek, the Craw Lower Americans, and um, these were different factions of this, and some of them really had issues with being friends with the British, and so they settled on different sides of the Savannah River. And so the Yamacraw tribe is from the Yamasees and the Lower Creek or the Craw. So you put Yamasee and Craws or Lower Creek, and you have Yamacraw, and that's what we're founded at. So the Yamacraw village was public housing. Hey, good to see you, Delandra. Thank you for joining us as well. Hey, my State Farm agent is on. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Michelle, good to see you. Chastity is on. Hey, Latasha Barnes has joined us. Happy birthday, Latasha. I hope you're doing well. So we appreciate that and appreciate you being on with us as well. So at one time, it's easy for us to say now projects are wrong, but at the time, in the Yamacraw village, the buildings there, good to see you, Cynthia, they've been there since 1941 or 42. So basically, they have been there 82 years. 82 years. I think it's 41. 82 years. Those buildings have been there. And this was a time in which public housing, took people. And public housing then is a little bit different than public housing now. But you have families who were looking for ways of being able to raise their families. And so these are oftentimes, parents. And the federal government was putting money into these types of dwellings. And so Yamacraw came up. And I will tell you that some of the best Savannahans that have ever come out of Savannah have come out of Yamacraw. I mean, countless individuals. Families came up in Yamacraw. They raised their families. They moved on and built houses, and they moved all over the country, vis-a-vis all over the world. Yet the buildings remained. The babies who were born in Yamacraw are in their 80s now. And it's the same exact buildings, the same cinder block structures that were built in the 1940s. As a matter of fact, the first baby born in Yamacraw still lives, and he lives in Savannah, and he lives on the south side, and he is in his 80s. He's in his 80s. So over the years, they would fix it. They just fix it. They put paint on it. They do this, they do that, to do this, they do that, to do this, to do that. And so families came through that. Well, the reality is now, and be very clear, that the buildings have outlived their usefulness. Yet people still live there. They live in cinder block houses. They live in buildings that are not energy efficient. They live in buildings with all types of other issues. They live in places that it costs more to repair than it is to replace. And so the Housing Authority of Savannah, which owns Yamacraw, through the auspices of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, has put in a petition to demolish Yamacraw. And it needs to be demolished. And I see people out there talking about save Yamacraw, save Yamacraw. Save Yamacraw for who? And for what? You can't put any more paint on that. The fact of the matter is, if you've been in Yamacraw, you know the condition of Yamacraw. The streets are small. Why? Because 80 years ago, cars were smaller. There's not sufficient parking. There's not sufficient playgrounds over there. The houses are not energy efficient, so light bills and gas bills and water bills, I mean, they're not energy efficient. We know so much better. And you know what? The people there deserve better. And so I don't understand, the whole thing about saving something that's gone. We can't be nostalgic when it comes to people and their lives. These babies, these parents, these mothers, these fathers, they deserve to live in dignified, comfortable, clean, energy efficient housing. And so when the Housing Authority approached me some years ago about demolishing it, I'm like, yes, absolutely yes. Now, let's make this absolutely clear. Because unfortunately, some people who know better would rather tell a lie. Good to see you, Janine. Thanks for joining us. This is a very valuable piece of land. Very valuable. When you look at Savannah and you look at our topography and you look at where it's connected, how close it is to downtown, I am sure that there are people out there saying that this would be perfect for office space. And the answer is probably yes. But the reality is that SCAD is not buying this because it's not for sale. Businesses are not buying it because it's not for sale. This, as far as I'm concerned, is that this is where people live. And if we're going to knock it down, we're going to rebuild it for people to live. And it's long good to see Lahoma. Thank you for coming by. That is what the issue is. And so for those of you who keep out here, they got deals for SCAD to buy it. They got... No, we don't, because we're not selling it. We're not selling it. We're not selling it. It needs to be knocked down. It needs to be rebuilt. It needs to be rebuilt in a way that makes sense and reflects the new reality of where people live. We need to build fiber optic cable in the ground so that these folks can have high-speed Wi-Fi. It needs to be built with adequate housing. It needs to be, adequate lighting. It needs to be built with adequate playgrounds. It needs to be built with adequate parking. And First Bryan Baptist Church, which is the oldest church and shares the title for being the oldest church in North America, they need parking. They don't have any parking. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not be, sometimes we fight for the wrong thing. And they're out there doing that kind of stuff. And, it's crazy because all you're doing is that you're riling folk up about things they shouldn't be riled up about. The reality is as we have done everything, you knock them down. You rebuild them in a different way. And then those people who live there get first dibs about whether they want to come back. We did that with Yamacraw. We did that with Hitch Village. The people who were moved from there, when it was built, if you want to come back, you get the chance to come back. And so folks out there, hey, Tiffany, good to see you. And so the people that you have out there saying all that kind of stuff, You know, well, Lakeisha, I understand that, but Lakeisha, you know, that's why state law needs to be changed. I don't think the salary, it's not the salaries in Savannah, it's the salaries anywhere. People anywhere can't necessarily afford a um, $500, um, a $500 increase in rent. But anyway, um, and no January, it's not nobody. Some people don't want change. But no, we need to rebuild it. We need to rebuild it. I mean, why not have a community center within the complex? Why not have a game room on the complex? Why not have places where we could do services in the complex? That is what the issue is. And so I'm supportive of them tearing it down. And you know what? When we put it back, let's not just put all poor folks around there together. Why? Because we know that model does not work. We know better. We know better. We know that when you take all poor people and you just put all poor people together, we know that it's better when it is a mixture of incomes. And so we need to go ahead and we need to get this done. We need to get it done. And so I'm committed to getting it done. The fact of the matter is, it will be called and will always be Yamacraw. I mean, we could call it whatever we want to call it. And, of course, we're going to keep the history. I know when we were over here doing Fellwood, because I was a part of it, we asked the residents there. We asked the people from there. We asked them, what do you want to call it? And as you notice, it's called Sustainable Fellwood. Fellwood is for the history, and sustainable is for the condition. Sustainable Fellwood. And this was, I think, one of the first which is leadership in energy efficiency design. This was one of the first types of buildings made in the state of Georgia. And so what was happening, we had energy efficient toilets. There were solar panels on top of the senior citizens complex. I mean, these are the types of things. We want people to have dignity. And so, I mean, that's where I am. And yes, Anthony, I agree with you. I want us to have a music studio because that's what kids are into. And so we need to have a state-of-the-art studio where these kids can really learn the true way about doing music. If they want to do music, then we can have more folks coming out of Savannah doing great things. So that is the truth. Now, that's the first issue. The other issue is that, hey, Beverly, I hope you're feeling better. Is the relationship of the Housing Authority of Savannah. And it's pretty straightforward. The city of Savannah, namely the mayor, appoints the board of the Housing Authority of Savannah. The Housing Authority of Savannah is its own independent authority. It is a state-created entity. It has its own board. It has its own fiduciary, and then they have they hire a director. And so that's kind of how that goes. And so people out there saying stuff about, the mayor is raising people's rent over there. I had nothing to do with Yamacraw. Nothing. I was charging people for breaking their blinds and all that stuff. Y'all need to stop. A lie don't care who tells it sometimes. Y'all need to stop. Listen to people tell all that foolishness. Because that was just straight up foolishness. But people believe that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. But anyway, I am very supportive of knocking this relic down as soon as possible, and for us engaging on an ambitious plan to really set the stage for the next chapter of the Yamacross story. And so I'm excited about it. And we just need to get people engaged and on board. Joyce, you say I'm lying. What am I lying about, Joyce? What am I lying about? And I'll wait for your answer. But tell me what I'm lying about. Because I could back up everything I say. So, so you've heard it from me here. I ain't talking about this too many more times because I just have other things to talk about. But the reality is, that's kind of where we are with it. Sometimes where Elaine, where people be placed, there's a couple of places. They can, I believe, and don't quote me on this. Let me don't quote me on this. I think that they are given opportunities to do one or two things. They can move into other housing developments within the city of Savannah, or some of them are eligible for vouchers, and they can use those vouchers wherever somebody will take them. So I think they have kind of a two-prong opportunity to be placed. Okay, so that's the deal with that. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, Anthony, there is a lot of awesome talent, musical talent, athletic talent, academic talent. We have to do what we can to be able to cultivate all of those things. And so I'm willing to do our part to help young people be and do what they want to be. I'm a musician. I'm a musician because somebody took the opportunity to kind of show me around. I'm not as good as Anthony Jones, but I do all right. And it was also because of loving adults, and it was because of facilities that were available to do that. And so we know that it takes a whole village to raise a child, and so we need to go ahead and help be that village for the next generation of Yamacraw. January wants to know what is happening to raise salaries in Savannah. Well, I think the city of Savannah cannot raise salaries in the city of Savannah. Again, in Georgia, we are run as a market economy, and as a market economy, we don't fix salaries, and the city cannot designate a minimum salary. That being said, the minimum wage of city of Savannah employees is $15 an hour. We did that last year. So minimum wage for the lowest paid employee, somebody who's picking up litter, is $15 an hour coming on. $15 an hour plus benefits. Now that being said, industry raises salaries. You could be a longshoreman and you could make a good amount of money in the hundreds of thousands of dollars each year. We know that we have jobs coming from the Hyundai plant that are going to be good paying jobs. We know that there are a variety of industries around here, Gulfstream, that pays good paying jobs. We know that even through the pandemic, because of the scarcity of human resources, we know that even now in hotels and people working in restaurants, their salaries have gone up. So, so I think it's incorrect to say the city has a role in raising salaries. We can't. As a matter of fact, the minimum salary in Georgia is $5.50 an hour. They have not even raised it symbolically to the prevailing federal minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour. So, that's kind of the deal with that. Just wondering if this will allow other historic buildings to be taken down in the future. No, I don't think so. I think, we have to make a decision sometimes about the value of history. I think when it comes to dwellings, and particularly a dwelling like this, I think in this case, the use is really more important than the history. I think we can, maybe we can even keep up one of the units for history's sake, but I think the rest of them, I think in this case, it's more cost effective to start all over again. Hey, good to see Miss Julia Carter. I saw her last Saturday, so I had a chance to finally hug her. So I'm giving her some love. Y'all give Miss Julia some love as well. Thank you, Renee. Well, January, I mean, we don't want more of a coastal look. We're a historic city. And so part of our draw is our history. So, you know, if some of our look is not only historic, it's intentional. Because that's part of our drawing card is that, we look a lot like we looked years ago. And people come here because of that. So I'm not so quick to change that. Um, let's see what else. What else? What else? Although I am a bit salty about what's going on with this review, Lakeisha, what are you talking about? What review, and why are you salty? Let's talk about it. Okay, Anthony, what could you do to help? When I call on you, just be ready to get in there. Um, Well, there are a few landlords taking vouchers. There are a shortage of units because in Georgia, you can't force someone to take a voucher. And so at one point, because I'm a landlord, at one point, landlords, I mean, they were looking for vouchers. Now, because they can get what they want to in the free market, they don't take vouchers as much. And so that is causing an issue, which is why we have to try to find ways to continue to build and increase our housing stock so low income individuals can have a place to live. So, thank you, Miss Charlotte. Good to see you. Miss Elaine, you are very, very welcome. Very, very welcome. Um, let's see. I'm trying to get back to. Oh, I see. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just looking. I'm trying to go through this. Um, Thank you, Miss Patty. I appreciate you. That's what I try to do. Um, and George said, "You have not played the flute in 30 years. Okay, you have not played it. Let it go. You're not a musician anymore. Okay, George said, you have not played that. You have not played the flute since you played the recorder. Okay." Hey, Latasha, good to see you. Let's see. Hey, Ashley, good to see you. What businesses are Savannah courting? Well, I mean, again, the largest economic development deal ever in the state of Georgia. We were a part of courting that to our region. Not only will it be electric cars, and not only will it be electric batteries, but all of the ancillary businesses that come with it, and they are starting to announce their ways of coming here now. We are quickly becoming a technology corridor. The challenge for us is really being able to make sure we have people trained to do that. And so that's what you've heard me talking about, making sure that our high schools, our technical schools, and our colleges are prepared with the curriculum to make sure that we have first dibs and we're prepared to take advantage for these jobs. These are game changing jobs. Hey, Gwendolyn Lowe, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Um, Let me see. Good to see you, Pastor Thurman Tillman has joined us, and now I got both Tillmans. I got 3 Dinkins. I got 2 Liebermans, and I have 2 Kaufmans on. So I think I got a full house up in here today. So thank you so much for joining us. Let me see what else I got. Lakeisha. Oh yeah, I mean Lakeisha, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, I will be the first one to say it. I mean, it is hard out there, and that is why we've told our state legislators that we need some help because every day these are people who are dealing with these situations, and I hear from them all of the time. They're like, my landlord raised my rent $500. And I can't do nothing about it. I'm a landlord myself, and I'll tell you this, and I have not. I mean, really, my property manager said I need to raise the rent finally because I hadn't raised it in like 6, 7 years. I mean, so I've raised it, but I mean, it was nowhere near $500. And we just need people to recognize that when you're doing that, you're hurting people, you're affecting people, and so. I don't agree with the practice, and it makes life hard for people. It prices people out of homes in Savannah. But on the other end of it, state law, says that we can't regulate it. And so I'm hoping that we can get Ann Allen Westbrook or Edna Jackson or Derek Mallow, somebody to drop something to kind of create a renter's bill of rights. We have a tenant bill of rights or something like that, but I want to make sure we have a renter's bill of rights that helps you to navigate that relationship. Because the fact is if you don't have a place to live, you don't have a place to live, and it's usually not just people affected; it's also their kids who are affected. So it's an issue, but I'm still working on it. And doing what I can. So please call Lakeisha. Please call your legislature. And if you need the numbers, let me know. All right. Hey, Dave Chiropractic. Good to see you as well. Lakeisha wants to know why we can't regulate the rental rates because state law says we can't. State law does not allow us to regulate it. Like I said, I'm a landlord, so I can understand that, I have people come in my house, they wreck up my house, and sometimes the money I made in the rental goes to fixing up the house. But I do think that there can be a balance by which we're able to achieve that the landlord is getting the most out of his investment, and the tenant is comfortable in knowing that they won't be just thrown out there on a whim. And I think we could do both of those. So I'm hoping we can work on something. Yeah, I mean, we're doing better about affordable housing, Miss Marsha. It's coming along. We're starting to build those units where, we have the Dream Maker program. Right now, unfortunately, the best affordable housing program is a mortgage because at least you know what your terms are for 15 or 30 years. And so, we're trying to create those housing stocks. Again, I think we could do a lot more if the state allowed us and helped us to do more. Matter of fact, that was one of the things I mentioned to the president when I saw him today. Well, January, what you don't know is I think the city of Savannah has several historic areas. Downtown is not the only historic community. Collard Brownsville is a historic community. Victorian is a historic community. Carver Village is a historic community. On the south side, there are historic communities. Nicholson Borough community. Some of those are as well. So, I think, there are several historic communities. And then I guess the other side about that is, okay, you make it look more coastal. I mean, you rip them down, and then somebody else, the highest bidder, builds them up now, and now it's totally gentrified. And so the folks who own it now can't afford to live there anymore. I mean, is that really what we want? Gwendolyn wants to know the status of trains from Savannah to Atlanta. I was in D.C. week before last, met with the mayors of Atlanta. Chattanooga and Nashville. We have our teams working with the feds and with the state of how we would work it out. And so we all kind of feel that the momentum is there to get this going. And I'm looking forward to it. I think all of us are because there are people who regularly travel between Savannah and Atlanta, would love not to have to drive. Um, the people who would like to go from Chattanooga to Savannah or to Nashville to Savannah. Um, and we know that that also deals with getting traffic off the streets, off the roads. We know that it deals with carbon emissions. We know it also deals with economic development because we could also have stops to go from Savannah to, say, Dublin or to Macon, to Atlanta, to Birmingham. We can connect those other cities in that train line. We do know that the lines of the Nancy Hanks are still there. Nancy Hanks was a train that used to go from Savannah to Atlanta. So we're still working on it. We got our teams working on it, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm excited about the possibility. Um, Sarita, your mom died and your father died. You are loved, and I'm going to give you some care because you are loved, Sarita. Thank you, Joyce. Um, why did I make a crappy art project area at Yamacraw Official Square? If I knew Savannah history, Yamacraw Square downtown was removed. You could have named Calhoun Square Yamacraw. It makes sense. Okay, first of all, we named it Yamacraw because that's what Yamacraw is. It doesn't make no sense whatsoever for us to name somewhere that has no relation to it Yamacraw. We do know that Yamacraw Native Americans were around the area of Yamacraw Village. They settled around there. They were not necessarily down at the area of Calhoun Square. So the residents of Yamacraw wanted it. We had a park there that we wanted to honor that, and we wanted to do something nice for that community. And the fact of the matter was that as long as it was not being maintained as a Savannah Square, it was going to continue to look like that. So we didn't think it was crappy. The residents didn't think it was crappy. The citizens didn't think it was crappy. And if you thought it was crappy, that's on you. We're all good with it. It's a beautiful project by a local African American artist, and so we're good with it. So sorry if you don't agree. All right, and that's all I gotta say about that. Um, yes, adult continuing education. Yes. All right. January. Well, Lake Mare is not in the city of Savannah. Lake Mare is actually in unincorporated Chatham County, um, and so just wanted to make sure you know that. I mean, I like Lake Mare too, but it's not in the city limits. It's in the county limits. So, and if you notice, out there where Lake Mare is, it is much more suburban, um, and in nature. So the character of the surrounding areas is not the same as it is in the city of Savannah. So, um, hey, brother Jamal, good to see you. Angela, hello, thank you for joining us. Carmencita, you can still come. We're waiting on you to come. Carmencita, what you waiting on? You were supposed to be here last year. Oh, Anissa, good question. Are there complaints about 911 taking a long time to answer? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, um, the important thing to know here, the fact is this: the city of Savannah does not operate 911. Emergency communications is a county-wide service that is paid for by Chatham County government. Um, and so it is a county-wide service. And so people call into E911. We pay taxes both on the county side and another fund that goes into 911. And you want and you expect that when you call, that people are going to answer in a relatively short period of time. Now, I've worked with, I've hired for 911 for 20 years. I'm very, very familiar with it. And I will tell you two things. First of all, it is a very stressful job. A very, very stressful job. And secondly, everybody can't do it. You just have to have the right skill set, not only in terms of being calm, but listening well. You have to be able to multitask and do a bunch of things. It's kind of like an air traffic controller. It's a very, very, and then, I mean, on every call that a police officer is going on, literally you are on the phone, on the radio, on that call as well. So it's very, very stressful. And, it's 24 hours. So it's very difficult. And so the people who do that job are amazing people. And I've worked with many of them. I've trained some of them. Amazing, amazing people. And it's like law enforcement. It's just hard to get people to do that job. But I do think, obviously they're overworked, they're undermanned. Please call your county commissioner and tell them about that, because that is a countywide service. So although people will call and they'll call my office complaining about it, the city of Savannah has nothing to do with 911 other than paying for it like everybody else does. So, but great people, they just have to get some help and helping to make that happen. So let's see. Lakeisha, you need the numbers. Lakeisha, do me a favor. Just inbox me, and I will give you the numbers and the email addresses, okay? Just inbox me. Tweezy, can it be regulated through taxes? Now, could what be regulated through taxes? I don't think, well, no. If you're talking about the rent, no, because right now there's no mechanism for it to be regulated. So that's why it's not regulated. Let me see what else. What is going on with the grant for Collar Brownsville? Will it only repair, or will we also create affordable housing? The great thing about this with the Galvin Foundation, Debbie, is that it does both. There's $1 million that we've received to the Affordable Housing Fund, which is specifically for Collar Brownsville to help residents there to be able to do minor repairs on their homes. This is not substantial repair, but I mean, things that, might help you to keep your house and keep your house up. It might help with the weatherization of your house. So that's $1 million for that. And then Galvin is buying 19 properties from the city. I think it's 18 vacant lots and one standing lot, and they'll be developing affordable housing for that area. So it's a win-win for us. You have to have somebody that's able to come in and put the money that's necessary in that. And so this wonderful relationship with the Galvin Foundation will help us to do that. Well, you have owners who are out of state in different cities in Georgia, but the rent is $1,000 plus everywhere. No, January, that ain't true. Because again, I own several properties, and all the rents, most of my rents are not $1,000 plus. So just letting you know that most of them are not $1,000 plus. So you have owners that are right here in Savannah. So I mean, that's just the truth. God bless you, Evelyn. And let me see. Hey, good to see you, Pastor Thomas Hart. I know we're sending out our love to you. Y'all send him some love. Pastor Thomas Hart, for those of you who know his mom, we call to the Queen. Miss Betty Hart transitioned from labor to reward last week, and he will be walking the final mile of the way with her tomorrow. And I'm out of town, Reverend Hart, so that's why I won't be there, but I'll have some council members there. But wanted to let you know we're thinking about you. praying for you. We know you loved on your mama. We know you took care of your mama. And so she's gone, and that means that she thinks that y'all can manage without her. And so y'all behave yourselves, all right? And take care of your sister, all right? So just to let you know, we're thinking about you, Reverend Thomas Hart. Tony, Tony, you know what? That's a good point, Tony. I was walking down Bay Street yesterday, and I said the same thing. We have to do the restriping throughout downtown and throughout the city. So we've actually been talking about that. So no, you're absolutely right. So you're absolutely right. And let me see. Marsha, if there's any way we can help, we might have some resources from some of our nonprofit partners. Inbox me and let's see how we can, try to help look after you. Okay. Jamie wants to know what's up with Lost. We have we have an agreement. I mean, we with this Lost is done. Lost is done for 10 years, and I won't be around for 10 years. So, all right, let's see. Um, Miss Marsha, inbox me. I'll get them to call you back. Believe that. I'll make sure they call you back. If you tried over and over again, I will help. I will help get you through. Okay. Thank you, Carol, for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Under the Trail of Tears, the descendants of the Tamachichi and his people lived there to Indian Street on the river. Thank you. Erica says she lives on East Warburg. People are constantly dumping tires and mattresses. We pick it up in his back. It's bad because it's bad behavior, Erica. I think Alderman Leggett is your alderman. Give him a call and then let's see. We might have to. Somebody might need to get fined or locked up or something, and let's see what we could do to help with that. Actually, Willie, Secretary Fudge, I actually have spoken to. I saw her last month, and we talked, and she's coming actually at my request. So, um, sorry you're a little too late for that, but I know Secretary Fudge well, and she's coming at my request and as my guest to Savannah, and so, um, you know, maybe she'll wave at you while she's here, but I'll be giving that date soon that she'll be coming because there's some things we want to show her here in Savannah. So. Um, Hey, Sonia Campbell. Sonia Campbell has joined us, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Lenise, I didn't know you were air traffic controller. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, you just a lot of things you have to keep going. So, but Erica, let's see how we can help you. Okay. Well, Miss Charlotte knows how hard it is in that 911 center, and I mean, hey, police are busy, and we just need to get more people in there. So if some of y'all looking for a career opportunity, see if you could do that. I think that'd be a good thing for you to do. See, Mardell, all her rents under 850. The car race has begun January. Then go ahead and call 911. Call them right now. Call them right now. Eva, that is good news. The Gray in Savannah is up for outstanding restaurant and unforgettable bakery and cafe has been recognized in the outstanding bakery category. Um, and so, yes, congratulations to the Gray Savannah and to the unforgettable bakery and cafe. Well, Miss Lowe, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm just sorry that sometimes people believe things that are not true, um, and it costs us things, and that's unfortunate. But we're committed to our city and committed to our friends, and certainly committed to Friday Night Live. So I appreciate you for that. Sonya, yes, I have. Um, the Yamacraw Village is not owned, um, facilitated, or governed by the city of Savannah. I think I made that really clear earlier. I don't think you were on here, but no, that has nothing to do, nothing, Nothing, to do under the auspices of the city of Savannah. It is under the auspices of the Housing Authority of Savannah, which has its own reporting system and mechanism system for dealing with that. So, um, you know, that is also why we need to get these buildings demolished. So, um, you know, dilapidation, that is why the buildings need to come down. I don't know why y'all fighting to keep the buildings up when the buildings need to be torn down. I mean, that's part of the reason why the buildings are 82 years old. It's time for them to come down, as far as I'm concerned. And so, stop saying, Tanya, that they are governed by the city of Savannah. That is patently false. It's not true. And so, when you say those types of things, people come calling us, and we're like, "There's nothing we can do about that. We don't own Yamacraw." I think I spoke about that earlier, but anyway. Um, Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because you were bombarded with this and post streaming your timeline. Well, Miss Sonia, yeah, unfortunately, again, people who know better or should know better, or if they just read and did their research would know better. And that's why I'm saying right now, I mean, is the city of Savannah, other than appointing an authority, independent authority, that works under the auspices of the office, United States Housing Department of Housing and Urban Development. Um, that's who. That's not the city of Savannah. We don't assign the rents. We don't fix nothing. I mean, they had in that video that I was charging people $75 for their blinds and stuff. I mean, come on now, it's not true. But again, it's political season, and a lie ain't nothing for somebody to tell. And so, they'll say it, and if that's what they want to claim, all I'm asking is for people who know better or want to know better, just go ahead and ask. Don't just believe what people are telling you because they want to be in an election season. That's them. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Erica, I think it's Alderman Leggett, Leggett. Dietrich Leggett, Leggett. Very responsive guy, so thank you. Let me see. That's been on your mind and heart, and you have RRR to believe that you all are in front of this. Yes. Betty, thank you so much. Um, yeah, sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, it is personal, but it's not the truth. And so, oh, okay, I see. Sorry, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a couple of things that people need to recognize. First of all, it's a political season, and the issue that I had with it all was this: is that what we were doing was the survey that HUD required us to do. The reason why the city did it was because HUD said in its rules that the housing authority could not do it themselves. It had to be an independent third party. In this case, it would be the city of Savannah. And so that's why we did the survey. This was a staff level survey in which they're going around, they're asking people, they're looking at the apartments, and that's what they were doing. Elected officials should not even been there, which is why I didn't come, because this is a staff driven exercise. And so they used this and used those poor people as a part of their political foolishness. And I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But it's unfair to use people in that manner. And so, the thank you, Sonya. But yeah, what she's saying is just not true. I mean, she just, again, I'm going to continue to be respectful, but what she said wasn't true. So, and her people are on here, so they can run tell that. Miss Sonya, well, I'm giving you some love. Then I'm sorry I misunderstood you, so I'm giving you some love, Miss Sonya. All right. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Hey, Deanna, good to see you. Oh, okay. So your family goes back to 1162. All right. And what else? Okay. Well, sorry. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. I thought you were like trying to come for me. So um, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Um, well, kingdom. That's kingdom minded. That's what we were talking about. That's the part why we need state law to help us manage that. Thank you, Delandra. Hey, Sabria Scott, um, the realtor with the realtor. So she works 30 jobs. So, but anyway, so um, yeah, I'm in a Philly room. I'm discombobulated. I got the Phillies over my shoulder. I got the Eagles over here. Everybody want to see all that stuff. Um, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Um, no, it's a problem. It's fine. Um, you know, respect to you, Miss Sonia, and again, thank you, and Akeisha. No problem. My job's to help. Now again, you know, I'm for Savannah. I really don't have much to do with Chatham County, but I'm Savannah Strong, and so that's why I'm here. Hey, Miss Eloise, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And so I was late, but we got an hour and a half today of Friday Night Live, episode number 150, which tells you I have nothing to do because it's like so disrespectfully cold here in Philadelphia. Um, and so, again, I was here um, in a meeting, an event with the President of the United States and the Vice President. Both of them were here in Philadelphia and had an opportunity again to, to talk to both of them. So I was grateful for that opportunity. Again, we're elevating Savannah and elevating the needs of Savannah and elevating the needs of Savannahans. And we now have the opportunity to be able to do that. And so that's what we're doing. So we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Oh, and then I can tell you about what happened. Somebody came for me this morning on Young Jock's show. Um, it was Young Jock's show, and they were talking about their cities, and somebody came and said some disparaging things about me. The funny thing about it was that the folks at Young Jock's show know me, and the DJ, this is a syndicated national radio show, they said, we know the man Savannah. I mean, he's good people, and the person was trying to talk trash about me. So somebody called me and told me what happened. So, of course, I called back in on the show, and I said, "Hey, somebody calling my name. I mean, what's up?" The bottom line is, I'm not a savior. I'm a servant. I mean, I can't be held responsible for everything going wrong in people's lives, and so oftentimes the things I get blamed for, I don't have much to do with, and we do what we can in a public space as a public servant. But at the end of the day, you know, you know, I was there, so I came back, and they were very kind to me, and so that's why send love. I mean, what I've learned is that when you try to do right and try to treat people right, you don't have to defend yourself. People will defend you without you even being in the room. Here I was in Philadelphia in meetings. Somebody's trying to slam me on a national radio show, and the national host are coming to my defense and shut her down on this national show, and I didn't even have to be there. And so that reminds me, even in this season, and you know how things can be, but I'm going to be still and I'm going to let God fight my battles. I am going to be still and I'm not going to stoop to foolishness. All right? I mean, that's what I'm going to do. So I just want you all to know that. There shall be no evil that will befall me, which means that no harm will overtake me, no disaster will come near my tent, no plague will come near my home, no plague will come near my dwelling, for he will command his angels concerning me to guard me in all my ways. That is something that will have me all right. I'm feeling kind of good about that. I'm reminded of that. That here I was, by the time I'm getting ready to go deal with it, because people call me and say, who talking bad about you on the radio? That there were other people who know me that dealt with it before I ever had a chance to deal with it. Why? Because he will give his angels, he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all of your ways. And so, beloved, what I'm telling you is that sometimes you ain't even got to get into the fight. Most times, you don't have to get into the fight. Why? Because you will be guarded in all of your ways. You will be kept in all of your ways. You will be protected in all of your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so you will not strike your foot against a stone. Now let me get up out of here before I get happy. Bishop, I'm getting ready to get happy. Because here I was. I mean, it's the craziest thing. But I was getting these phone calls and I was sitting here at this meeting wondering was something going on, and I needed to hurry up. Hey, Kimberly, and I'm trying to find out what's going on because people are calling me, and people call me all over the country, and they're sitting here saying, "Oh, somebody in Savannah talking about the mayor of Savannah is about as bad as Biden and Trump," is what they said, and they said, but the talk show host handled her and told her, we know the mayor and we know he's not like that. And many of you, that sometimes the evil that tries to befall me, some of y'all stop that crap before it ever gets near me. You are the angels that are commanded to help keep me in my ways. When the folks were over there and Yamacraw was talking trash and talking stuff that wasn't true and lying to those people about the city of Savannah having responsibility for Yamacraw Village when they knew it wasn't true. Some of you said it wasn't true and protected me and guarded me and kept me by keeping the foolishness away from me. So before I even knew about it or heard about it or heard about the lies on some of these things, some of y'all I heard on the video was shutting it down. I want you to know in week 150, I thank you for that. Because I know that you're thinking about me. I know that you're praying about me. I know that you know me. I'm not new to this. This is 20 years in this. 20 years. I'm not new to this. 20 years. And you all, And I just want you to know I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. Which is why for me, it's the same thing. When people come to me about, I don't come to me with foolishness because I'm gonna shut it down. Why? Because I might be the angel that's commanded to help keep charge over somebody else. You think about that. The next time somebody wants to come up and bring it, and I'm telling you right now, you know, in this year, it's going to be foolishness. It's going to be foolishness. And it's going to be stuff and lies and stuff that people say that don't have no sense, don't make no sense, ain't rooted in no truth, and is for people using that moment to be able to say things that are not true. But I am reminded that no evil will befall me. No harm will overtake me. No evil will be allowed to befall me. No evil will happen to me. No disaster will come near my tent. No plague will come near my home. No plague will approach my tent. No plague will come near my dwelling. Why? Because he will command his angels to guard me. Man, I'm getting up out of here. Y'all got me happy. Y'all done got me happy up in here. Let me go. Let me go. We're protected. We're protected. He will fight your battles. He will fight my battles. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Be Savannah strong.